Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have always maintained that Kalonzo Musyoka in the CC News will cost the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance team. Kalonzo is out of Kenya today, he's out of the country in a company of Gideon Moi and some Wiper leaders. And in his backyard, Wiper official had a meeting, a consultative meeting that is going to decide on Kalonzo Musyoka's future. There were 50 of Wiper leaders that held this meeting. And out of those 50 officials, 45 of them voted for Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka to stay in Azimio One Kenya Alliance. This might be quite obvious because Kalonzo has really stayed in One Kenya, Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance for so long. And the majority of these Wiper leaders actually have branded their vehicles and their posters with a photo of Raila Amolo Odinga, and they have branded themselves as the Azimio candidates. And some Wiper aspirants are in areas that are having the Azimio euphoria. So you can picture a scenario where Kalonzo decides to move out of One Kenya, Azimio la Umoja, and run as a presidential candidate for Wiper Party, and you reflect that what is going to happen on the ground with the aspirants that are running under Wiper Party, then going to face a lot of rejection. So I think these Wiper leaders first considered their future. Is their future safe? And that's why I think they voted for Kalonzo Musyoka to actually stay in Azimio One Kenya Alliance. On the other hand, Kalonzo might be a way that Kalonzo Musyoka is trying to ease up things so that it can be seen that it's actually the leaders or the Wiper fraternity that forced him back to Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance, because Kalonzo was very firm and stated that he's out of Azimio, and he even announced his deputy president. So I think it must be two-way. Maybe these leaders are pressed or cornered in a situation that they can't run their affairs out of Azimio la Umoja, or is Kalonzo that is coming out or is trying to give in on the pressure that is coming from the ground. That also might be a reason. So watch this video of these Wiper leaders giving out their pressure after a consultative meeting that they actually voted for Kalonzo to be in Azimio la Umoja, to stay in Azimio la Umoja.
Today we are speaking without him so that we can make it clear that as a party we have structures and we can speak on behalf of the party just like the party leader does. Now, want to talk about the issue of the presidential elections. As a party, we had a National Delegates Conference and the National Executive Council meeting, which endorsed our party leader to go and vie for the presidency. We did this knowing that there would be other opponents, but we did that in the understanding that every party that is worth its name in salt has to organize and ensure that they vie for political power. So we did tell our party leader to go and vie for the presidential seat. And we also put a rider in those agreements that he is free to talk to any other political party that they could form coalitions with. You know very well that our party leader started the coalition of the One Kenya Alliance. And later on, he decided to join the One Kenya Alliance, decided to join together with Azimio so that we formed the Azimio One Kenya political party. The intention was to ensure that as a party, we are part of the next government. Now today, we are here because we want to talk about what happened. We believed that our party leader was going to be the candidate. Later on, we believed that our party leader was going to be the deputy president. When that did not happen, as a party, and I want to make this clear, as a party, we positioned our party leader as a candidate for the elections so that we cannot be taken for a ride. So our party leader, as we are talking right now, his papers have gone to IEBC and he already has named a running mate. But what we have decided and we have discussed as leaders is that, you see, the country is greater also than Wiper itself. and that because we had already agreed to work under the Azimio One Kenya Alliance, that maybe it is time that we exhaust all the options that were available under the Azimio One Kenya Alliance, because there is a dispute resolution mechanism under that alliance. So we are asking our party leader that we do reconsider the possibility of having further discussions on this coalition arrangement. One of the reasons why we are disappointed and why we were disappointed and said we are going to go all the way to the ballot is because there was no structured discussion. There was no discussions about how political party positions would be shared. There was no discussion about positions. The only position we as a party had talked about was only the position of deputy president. So when a position was mentioned to us through the media, and we heard that we had been offered a position of cabinet secretary, I think that was called chief, we didn't understand what that means.
Thank you. I have a feeling Kalonzo is headed back to Azimio la Umoja, but is still facing a setback. And the setback might be this position of chief minister position. You can recall that Raila Amolo Odinga nominated Kalonzo for a position of chief minister. And this chief minister position is anywhere closer to Constitution of Kenya. And this position can only be compared, or it's considered to be that position of what Matiang'i is having. And let me put it this way. It's a position that is created by the president. It simply means that president can hire you or fire you. So let me create a scenario here, or help you understand how this position is really setting back Kalonzo Musyoka. But before we proceed with our main punchline of today, guys, I have a humble request for you. Please give this video a like or a thumbs up so that it can be recommended to a large more viewers. And if you're watching these videos and you haven't subscribed, please click the subscribe button and the notification bell so that any moment that I upload a video, you can get notified. So Kalonzo is headed back to Azimio la Umoja, but is facing a setback. That is the position of the chief minister. This position is nowhere in the constitution, and you can recall Mtula Jr. stated very well. The position that Raila is giving Kalonzo Musyoka is nowhere in the constitution of Kenya. So it simply means that it's Raila that is giving this position to Kalonzo, and Kalonzo can be fired any time. As you all know that our Kenyan politics is created in a scenario that you get elected, and immediately you get into an office, you start campaigning again for the next position. That's how our politics works. And let me say, if His Excellency William Samoei Ruto was a chief minister in the government of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, do you think he will be still holding that position up to today, or do you think Ruto will be disturbing Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta in such a scenario that in a way that he's doing today? Actually, if Ruto was a chief minister, he would be fired long time ago by Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. So Kalonzo is looking on that. Is picturing himself in 2027, where he's going to vie for presidency, and he might likely, or he is likely to start campaigning for that position immediately they get into the government. But in such a scenario, Raila and Martha Karua government can't allow him, or is not going to allow him to do that in their government. So the feeling is there. Kalonzo is headed back to Azimio la Umoja, One Kenya Alliance. But expect the following to happen. One, both Raila Amolo Odinga and Kalonzo Musyoka are going to really undermine each other. And actually, it can be seen from what has happened today. Today, Raila Amolo Odinga appointed a team that is going to lead campaigns in Kambani region. And out of good faith, do you think if Kalonzo is going to accept to be in the government of Azimio la Umoja One Kenya, do you think it was a good thing for Raila to appoint that team in Ukambani region? It simply means that Raila is not going to trust Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, even if he will be back in Azimio la Umoja. The second thing that you should expect, Kalonzo is not going to accept that position of chief minister. One, that position is not in the constitution. Then two, Kalonzo wants a position that he can play politics with it. So most likely he might go for these two positions. One is deputy speaker that he initially rejected for National Assembly, or the deputy, I mean the speaker of National Assembly, or the speaker of the Senate. And remember, he rejected these positions earlier before, as he was expecting that he was going to be nominated as the deputy president for Raila Amolo Odinga. So expect Kalonzo Musyoka to take these two positions. One, the good thing with these two positions is that these positions are in the constitution, and Raila Amolo Odinga cannot fire Kalonzo Musyoka from these positions. It's either Kalonzo to get impeached, or to impeach by the National Assembly, or the Senate House, of which most likely with Ruto by his side, I don't think if Kalonzo can face such scenarios. So expect those to happen. Those two things. One, Kalonzo will be back, but won't accept that position, and they're going to undermine each other in this one Kenya Azimio la Umoja. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for your time, and I really appreciate your support, guys. And just a quick reminder again, if you haven't subscribed, please just click the subscribe button, and if you are able to share these videos, share them, please. I want to wish you a very good night. Bye bye.